Later that evening, the city lights cast long shadows into Lola's apartment. The sirens wail, though fainter, still echoed the city's unease. Lola, bustling around the kitchen, suggests a quiet dinner to solidify their newfound unity.
This might sound silly, but I think a proper meal can do wonders. Even if it's just spaghetti. Okay, how about the Princess Bride? Classic comfort food for the soul.
Sounds perfect. Though, popcorn is mandatory, right? Even for spaghetti.
I can handle the popcorn duty. Jeremy, you still on patrol?
Brewing up a storm. Earl Grey, anyone?
As Kira sets the table, Steve's gaze lingers on her vibrant hair.
So, Kira, that's quite the hair color you've got going on. Any particular reason for the pink and blue combo?
Oh, just wanted to stand out. Make people think I'm a little crazy, maybe.
Kara, everyone knows you're crazy. No need to advertise.
Hey, crazy isn't a bad thing. It's interesting.
She's right, Jeremy. That's the most interesting thing about her.
Flattered, Steve. Truly.
I'm serious. I knew you were something special when you threatened to send us marshmallows the next time there's a wildfire in the States.
I'd probably send them to Alberta, honestly. You guys seem to have a yearly subscription to those forest fires. And they spread like, wildfire.
It's like her positivity and negativity are constantly battling it out. Intriguing, isn't it?
Intriguing, indeed. Intriguing, indeed.
The microwave beeps, momentarily cutting through the tension. Steve retrieves the popcorn, the aroma filling the small apartment.
Here you go, Wildfire Girl.
Thanks, Steve.
Hours later, the laughter fades and the apartment empties. The remnants of popcorn lie scattered on the coffee table. Outside, the city lights twinkle, the stark contrast to the growing unease within Jeremy.
We need to talk. About Kara? Great. Steve, you're getting too close. You're forgetting our mission. She's a risk. Remember what I said about her motives?
Jeremy, come on. We need her. She agreed to be the bait for those radicals.
And when are we putting that brilliant plan into motion?
Once we've been put at their meeting place. We're working on it.
And you're sure she'll play along? She's Canadian, Steve. Just like her friends. What's to stop her from turning on us?
Inside, Tina quietly washes dishes, her back to the open window. She pauses, a dishcloth clutched in her hand, as Steve's voice carries on the night air.
Look, here on Tina. They're different. They have autism. They're ruled by their emotions, obsessed with optics. They need us, Jeremy, for protection.
The dishcloth slips from Tina's grasp, landing with a soft thud in the sink. A cold dread creeps up her spine, mingling with a surge of anger. The rhythmic swoosh of the water against the porcelain suddenly feels oppressive. The kitchen, usually a haven of comforting smells and familiar routines, now feels like a cage.
Hey, just finished up.
Something about Tina's energy was off, and Kira could feel it. A flicker of unease crossed her face.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Nothing. Just thinking. Americans are not to be trusted. And sadly, that goes for Steve.
Tina abruptly turns and walks out the front door, leaving it ajar, the screen door banging shut behind her. A sudden movement startles Carl.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Steve's been nothing but nice to us. We're helping him, remember? Sending those rednecks back to the Alberta hills.
Outside, the evening air is thick with the scent of approaching rain. Tina sits on the porch steps, head in her hands.
Do you know why he's so fascinated with you, Kira?
He said it was the marshmallow comment. Said he'd never met anyone who liked them burnt like that.
I overheard him talking to Jeremy. He said that you and I, need them for protection. Because they have autism.
Kira freezes, the blood draining from her face. The casual evening.
He said we're ruled by our emotions. Obsessed with odd things.
The words hang in the air, sharp and stinging. Kira stares at Tina, her mind reeling. The friendly facade of their interactions with Steve crumbles, revealing something cold and calculating beneath.
He said, "What? I'm gonna have a little chat with Mr. Steve tomorrow." He said, "What? I'm gonna have a little chat with Mr. Steve tomorrow."
The next morning, sunlight streams through the windows of the group home, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A sense of unease hangs heavy, a stark contrast to the usual cheerful bustle.
Kira, honey, are you all right? You seem a bit tense.
Just peachy. I'm going for a walk. Need some air.
Kira strides purposefully out the door, the screen door slamming shut with a sharp clang. Her destination, Steve's temporary quarters near the base.
We need to talk.
Her voice, sharp and cold, cuts through the morning air. Steve looks up, startled by the intensity in Kira's eyes. He immediately stops polishing his boots, a flicker of concern crossing his face.
Whoa, Kira. What's wrong?
Tia overheard you talking to Jeremy last night. To comment about autism. What did you mean by it? That Tina and I are obsessed with weird things?
Steve's face pales slightly. He takes a deep breath, as if gathering his thoughts.
Kira, look. I understand better than anyone how much more insightful people with autism can be, how they see the world differently.
And why is that exactly?
Steve hesitates, his gaze dropping to the ground for a moment. He shifts.
My niece, she's on the spectrum. She knows everything there is to know about. Well, moths. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to other people.
The air crackles with tension. Kira stares at him, searching his face for any hint of deception.
So, you really thought Tina and I needed your protection? That were liabilities?
No, I said that to get Jeremy to watch out for you both. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry, Kira. Truly. I meant no offense.
Kira's anger slowly dissipates, replaced by a wave of confusion. She had expected a fight, not an apology. She suddenly feels foolish.
I'm sorry too. I jumped to conclusions. I guess I've been on edge lately.
Steve steps forward and gently hugs Kira. The unexpected gesture catches her off guard, but she hesitantly returns the embrace. The tension between them seems to ease, but a lingering unease remains, a subtle crack in their newfound friendship.